Okay, I'm not a dad, but he is a dad, and his channel has just gained 1 million subscribers in around about a week. How?
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Let's be clear about one thing. This isn't an April Fool's joke, and let's be clear about two things. This isn't some weird hack or botting story. The simple fact is the view counts on the channel about page can't keep up with the subscriber count. And let's be clear about one more thing. This channel is growing so fast that by the time you watch this video, they'll probably have 1 million subscribers. Hello everyone, I'm Rob and welcome back to vidIQ, the creator-obsessed YouTube tool, channel and learning academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. Subscribe to us so that we can help you grow your channel. And with that being said, it's time for another case study. So what's the channel about? Let's start with the thumbnails. There's nothing particularly special about them. They don't pop out of a screen or make you really want to click on them. Even a decade ago, these thumbnails would have been considered average at best. Having said that, they are very clear and very easy to understand, and they don't have a single slice of text in them. And for many new creators on YouTube, that's the first hurdle most stumble over. Next up, the titles and channel focus. The creator, as a small channel, is targeting search-driven titles. A strategy we commend, as this can be your first road to discovery and channel growth. But let's ask a simple question. Do you really need to know how to change your oil one day, iron a shirt the next day, and then fix a shelf? Now what tends to happen with these type of educational, DIY, specific answer to specific question type of channels is that the creator makes dozens of videos and 1 in every 10 or 1 in every 20 will go semi-viral, but they'll never have that consistent run of high view videos, and many of the viewers coming for a single video to get a single answer to a single question, and they may subscribe but they never watch any of the other content. But something fundamentally different is happening here. This channel is operating as if it's a personality channel. People are falling in love with the creator. And that's what we need to investigate. A couple of weeks ago, the channel was performing well relative to its size. These are the types of numbers many creators would be happy with after just a month on YouTube. But in the last week, those numbers have exploded exponentially. And the really curious thing about all of this is that the channel is getting as many subscribers as it is views. Now, quite frankly, in the normal realms of the YouTube platform, this 1-to-1 ratio is impossible. Not every single person who watches a video is going to subscribe to that channel. It's the sort of thing that raises a suspicious eyebrow. There must be something externally influencing these numbers. But what is it? Let's investigate one of the videos, how to shave your face. With 100,000 views, the likes to dislikes engagement rate seems about right. 1 like for every 10 views is on point. Comment-wise, 640 seems a little low. You would usually expect more. However, this does go back to the nature of the content. It's educational, giving an answer to a question that's being searched for on YouTube, and when people find that video, they get in, get the answer they want. To be honest, they don't care about the creator and they quickly leave. However, when you read some of those comments that have been left on the video, it makes you stand back for a second and think, whew, this is touching an emotional chord. Take the story of this person whose parents divorced and they lost contact with their father. Because of this, they lost out on a lot of these moments of being taught skills they need as they grow up. Another viewer's father passed away before they could be taught how to shave their face, and in this comment, an ex-boyfriend had to be shown how to shave their face because their father didn't like them. It's at this point that you realise that this isn't a anything DIY for anyone channel. There is a common thread that connects all of the content together. Because when you have your first job interview, you might need to learn how to tie a tie or iron your shirt. When you get your first car, you might need to learn how to check the oil, check the tyre pressure or change a tyre. And when you move out of your family home for the first time, you might need to learn how to hang a shelf or unblock a sink. And if you are a young adult and you haven't quite built up that confidence yet, or you're just too embarrassed to ask, which person are you most likely to turn to for all of these things? Your dad. In the space of a generation, this rite of educational passage, your father, and let's not forget the mums out there, pass on to their children, has been replaced by a search engine. but this is what happens when the two work in unison. A simple value proposition that you get in seconds that has the potential to touch every father and every son and daughter in the entire world. That's a lot of people with a common story and a shared belief, but it still doesn't explain why this channel has gone viral.
I come from a fractured home, and so my goal in life was to raise good adults. And so then when I got to, early 50s, I felt like I've done that. If I could pass some of what I've learned that, to help people, and it's definitely resonating. I'm getting such amazing comments from people.
Let's be honest about this, Rob Kenny just seems like a cool dude, and you can certainly see the resemblance. And he appears to have an honest, genuine, selfless mission, and who can't fall in love with that? And this is the result. News story after Reddit share after Facebook post after news story. In a world of great uncertainty right now, this is the feel-good story of positivity and family everyone needs to hear. And this is as far as I got into making this video before the Dad How Do I channel hit this monumental landmark. And remember, this time lapse is of the abbreviated subcounts. That's 1,000 new subscribers every minute or two, right up to 1 million. So, welcome to the 1 million subscriber club, Rob, a 49-day journey into YouTube legend. Here at vidIQ, we often talk about the power of thumbnails and the importance of watch time and the intricacies of metadata. But the Dad How Do I channel has smashed through all of this, ignoring the YouTube algorithm, so to speak, and focusing on the audience. A value proposition that connects so many people to this wonderful thing. This is the channel's viral moment, but it's not going to last forever. So what do they need to do to ensure sustainability over the long term? Let's be honest, those thumbnails need to improve. The competition for the type of content the channel wants to rank for is extremely competitive, and over the long run, as interest in the channel itself and its story begin to wane, the videos themselves have to sell themselves, and right now they probably don't. It's the same story with the content too. No channel should have so many subscribers, yet relatively speaking, so little views. It does feel a little bit like many people are falling in love with the viral story, supporting the channel with a subscription, but not actually watching any of the content. The somewhat cold and heartless analysis of many of the videos is man presses record, shows you how to do something, presses stop, uploads to YouTube, publish. It's functional, it does a job concisely, but so do millions of other channels on YouTube. This is an unusual situation for a creator to find themselves in. Because of this viral exposure, the audience already knows who Rob is and the value proposition of his channel before they watch any of his content. And if the content remains somewhat dry, the audience is soon going to move on to something more exciting. So what Rob needs to do is take more of that story and that value proposition into the videos, which I think he's starting to do.
Okay, so I get a call from my daughter the other day and she says, "Dad, my toilet won't stop running." And I thought for a second, well, it can't be that fast. When did she catch it?
You can't beat a good dad joke. Also, this must be the first time in YouTube history a video on fixing a running toilet has started trending. Nice work. Rob, if you ever watch this video, please do take all of this as constructive criticism. You've already got twice as many subscribers as we've got in the space of a week. Well done. We as YouTube nerds are fascinated by these analytical case studies, especially when they include a human element that smash all preconceived notions about the YouTube algorithm into smithereens. YouTube continue to tell us to stop worrying about those zeros and ones and worry about your audience. And I'll tell you what, they're starting to make a believer out of me. This is just another one of those YouTube success stories. At the beginning of every year, I always say, a creator is going to start their channel and by the end of that year they will have 1 million subscribers. Remember Janelle and her van life in 2019? Well, this is Rob and his dad channel in 2020 with 1 million subscribers, and we're not even halfway through the year. What I will be interested in seeing is the continued momentum for this channel in 3 to 6 months time. So don't be surprised if you see a follow-up case study on this story. Now then, Rob, there's just one more thing I would like to do. Your kids are going to love that. Oh, and you know what? I've just had a thought. Yep, not taken. I smell an opportunity.